our spirit? What is it? Where does it go? Are we able to see them using our mind's eye? If so, just what can spirit teach us? Welcome to School Through Spirit. Host DeEtte Renee is a certified psychic medium and master teacher of psychic and mediumship development through LWISSD. DeEtte was born knowing spirit and now is here to help you better understand the spirit world. And now your host, DeEtte Renee.
Good Monday morning, everybody. This is DeEtte Renee here on School Through Spirit with the Edge Network, coming to you every Monday morning, enlightening lives with words of spirit, complimentary of not only what I hear throughout the week, also using Neil Diamond Walsh's book, and then always following it up with our 5-card stud. Now this week, because as we all know, I use a different deck every week, at least for the most part, to be able to review the cards for you so that you can see them before you buy them. Because a lot of times we go into the store or on the internet, we don't really get to chance. This week's cards were sent to me from Beyond Words Publishing, and it is the infamous Rhonda Byrne's cards, the Secret Manifestation cards. Oh my goodness. I received these and I was in shell shock. I was so excited. I can't even tell you. Good morning, Keith. Good morning. Are you okay? Your energy is shifting. I'm tired, Keith. I'm tired. And we'll tell you a little bit about that. So I'm super excited to be using these cards this week. Now, Keith brought up a very good point about my energy shifting. I have been shifting. I am tired from the shifting, just a lot of the shifting. Good morning, Tim. As anybody knows, as we all know, we have been on this wonderful journey of transformation through the energies for 8 months now or so, where the energies really have gotten kind of whacked out. You know, everything has changed. We have changed as a populace. And I know for myself, I don't think I'm coming to the end, but I think I've got a ways through it. I know I've said before, I think I'm coming to the end, but I'm finding that this journey is all about shifting and transforming and becoming somebody, you didn't think you'd ever become. And for myself, that has been, beginning a confidence within myself, seeing myself through other people's eyes, not just through my own set of eyes, because quite frankly, good morning, Miss Michelle. Because most frankly, when I see myself through my own eyes, it's kind of like taking a picture of yourself in a dress or an outfit. You think you look fantastic. And then when you see the picture and you go, oh, yeah, not so much. So it's been nice to see me through other people's eyes and how they see me. And then beginning to really solidly resonate with that. And as I have more opportunities have come, a lot of people don't realize, or maybe you have, I have been in the process of helping to shoot a documentary, being the medium on the documentary. Not sure what's going to come of it, but that's okay. That's okay. And other offers have been placed on the table for me. Again, never knowing what's going to come of them, but that's also okay. So for me, it's just an exhaustion of shifting and shifting and shifting, and really starting to come to that point where you're going, wow, you got this. You can do this. So it's been pretty amazing. So I love it. It does, Keith. Oh my gosh. So let's first talk about the network that I'm on. As we all know, I partner with the Edge Network. The Edge Network starts with a magazine. It starts with the Edge magazine, and it is being curious, being connected is the motto of the magazine, which I truly love. Kelly Wagner is the owner of this. Her husband, Steve, is a beautiful partner with this magazine. He does all the graphics. So many people come together to make this magazine happen, between Kelly and Steve and the printers and everybody that contributes to this magazine. It's incredible. Good morning, Mr. Bell. Oh, hubby. I got to spend the weekend, well, a day at least with my hubby, so I'm so excited for that. So Always go, guys. As you know, you can have the edge. You can go to your local drop-off spot, which could be a store, it could be a shop, it could be, you know what, the newspaper, article for whatever it is. They receive the magazine for free. You receive the magazine for free that way. And then you turn around, and if you're like, hey, I just want it to my doorstep. I don't want to go on the lookout for it, or I don't feel like leaving my house. Have it shipped to your house. Is that a free? That is a small fee, but it's not a horrible fee. So feel free to, go to the Edge, get your magazine, and really look at the articles, which is awesome. And it's got a really large directory, so that you can find other practitioners that you just would love to work with, the whole 10 yards. And of course, I have one of the last pages of the magazine, because at the end of a 2-month period of time of the show, I take my favorite deck and I use it for the magazine to do a reading in the magazine. So it's given that one special deck an extra oomph, an extra, here you go. I loved you so much that I wanted to share you even further into the world. So we're going to the Neil Diamond Walsh book and checking it out to see what he has to say. And this morning, it's funny. This morning, without a doubt, I know I wouldn't need to use the book, because I will tell you what, so much has come in. So much has come in this morning already. So it's going to be wonderful to see if the pages of the book match what has been coming into my mind, and bringing it all together. How's that sound? So it's to see life as a spiritual encounter. See life as a spiritual encounter. So beautiful. It says it's the essential truth. The number of people on our planet who see life, excuse me, as a spiritual encounter is small. The greatest number of people in the world are only concerned with holding on to all that they have acquired, increasing their holdings. There's also another group, the smallest group of all, in fact, that has detached itself from the need for material things. They are concerned instead with spiritual truth, spiritual reality, and spiritual experience. The people in this group clearly see life as a spiritual encounter or journey of the soul. They respond to all human events within the context. They hold all human experience within their paradigm. I can't even speak again today. Their struggle is not to achieve, acquire, obtain things. Their struggle has to do with the search for God, the fulfillment of self, the expression of truth. As they evolve, this struggle becomes not a struggle at all, but a process. It is a process of self-definition, not self-discovery, of growth, not learning, of being, not doing. The reason for seeking, striving, searching, stretching, and succeeding becomes clearly different than the other people. The reason for doing anything is changed. And with it, the doer is likewise changed. The reason becomes the process. The doer becomes the beer, becomes what God created you to be, the physical auto-picturing of deity itself. Wow. Wow. And I'm going to say, and wow, because, it really does have so much to do with what has been, statements that I've made over the last week, things that have come to mind over the last week, realizations that have come to mind. And it's truly mind-blowing because, so often, guys, I know people tune into me about manifestation, and I know people tune into other people about manifestation, or just simply soul growth, And I will tell you what, what I'm about to say, you're going to have to hold on for a minute, because the book clearly is stating we're not here to get more stuff. We're not. But yet I use the words of manifestation. Good morning, Lee. Oh, it's great seeing you too. Oh, you were so wonderful with the kids. And we always can't quite put those two concepts together. Or can we? And I'm going to tell you, I think we can. Because somebody that is, let's go on the realm of manifestation, and then we'll bring it back to being the person you need to be. So often when we're looking at manifestation, we're looking at ways how to get things. We're looking at how do I get that car? How do I get that house? How do I get that vacation? How do I get? And we always sit on that side of things. And when we sit on that side of things, we sit in a place of fear, just a place of fear. And when we sit in that place of fear, we hold on to things with both hands. We hold on so tight because we don't want to lose what we already have. And instead, we squeeze it through the fingers. Does that make sense? It's kind of, here's the best visual I can give you. If I have you open your hand and I fill it full of Play-Doh or shaving cream, something that's kind of smushy, okay? We can even do this with pearls and diamonds. It doesn't really matter the substance. It's just that Play-Doh is going to happen a little faster. And if I tell you to hold on to it, now if you hold on to it gently, you just barely bend your fingers for support. You tilt your hand back just for some support. And you just sit like this. That lump is going to stay here. The pearls are going to stay there. The shaving cream, all of it's going to stay there. But the minute I start to squeeze my hand, the shaving cream's not going to go to my places. The Play-Doh's not. But the pearls and the diamonds are going to start to spill out. Why? Because I've removed a surface. I went from a surface here that they can sit in to a surface here to support, but really I've decreased the surface size and they're starting to spill out. And when I go closer, more spills out. And when I hold as tight as I can, I've really decreased the surface place. And even the Play-Doh and the shaving cream is going to come out of my fingers. And my surface went from all of this down to this itty bitty spot in there. And we've squeezed it straight out of our hand. And when we've done that, we've done it with fear because, oh no, don't fall. And you're going to grip tighter because you don't want to lose them. And this is what fear does. A fear of loss. So you're going to squeeze that hand because you have this fear of loss. I can't lose any. Instead of opening up and giving it the space that it needs, the space to grow, the space to place more on. And we do that in so many aspects. We want more things to come to us, but yet we have such a fear of losing what we already know. We're comfortable in our spaces. Now, this comes with not just material stuff. This comes with a way of life. This comes with your station in life. This comes with opportunities. When we sit there in this place of fear, fear will keep you comfortable. Okay? Fear keeps us comfortable. Fear keeps us in this space to state, oh my gosh, I don't want to leave this space because I am comfortable here. Yes, I want more. Yes, I want to grow bigger. Yes, I want to go further in the world and I want my soul to grow. But I'm fearful of of leaving my known place. So we don't push ourselves out into that unknown world. We keep ourselves here. We keep ourselves confined to a box. Do you get the drift? We literally squeeze the life out of us because we're so afraid of life. We're afraid to go forward. We're afraid to jump out of the plane. And in doing that, we shrink ourselves. And I know that's why this page today has stated that so much of the population doesn't grow, because so much of the population stays in this place where it is a comfortability. It's comfortable to get up every Monday morning, no matter how many times you say, I hate it, I hate it, I hate it. It's comfortable to get up and do the same thing for 40 years. It's comfortable to get up every morning at 6, be on the road by 7, be at your desk at 8, walk away from your desk at 4:30 or 5, be on the road, get home by 6, dinner by 6:30, TV by 7, and bed by 9. And that is so easy to do. That is so easy to do. That is so easy to keep doing that. And then on the weekends, do the same things. Going out on the boat every weekend to go fishing or skiing, always dreaming of a bigger boat that you can't afford. And then if you could afford it and getting it to where you're comfortable with it again. And we sit in that. So what do? We get back up Monday morning and we do the same thing. And we fail to realize that as long as we're in that pattern, we're not going to get the bigger boat. We're not going to get the bigger thing. We're going to continue going on just like in our job in life. We're going to continue not caring that we still don't like the things that we have. Why? Because we've lived in a place of fear. But what if one weekend while you were on the lake, you looked around and you went, you know what? I want that bigger boat. I'm going to do something to get that bigger boat. And then think about how you have to do it. Well, I have to change my jobs because maybe this job is going to be like a dead-end job for you. Maybe you're not really going to get more than a quarter raise a year. And maybe you're going to sit in this place that never takes you anyplace. So on that weekend while you're sitting in that boat and you're looking around and you go, whoa, wait a second. I'm going to go get that bigger boat. I am not comfortable now in my small place. I've literally pushed me from, and this is how this happens. And yes, I'm using a boat as a way of looking at it. But when you want something, and this is when you switch from being a person that goes from just living to a person that's thriving, is when that weekend getaway of your little boat is no longer a comfortable place for you. Because you get to the point where I'm still going out on it, but I don't like this boat anymore. It's not big enough. It doesn't have enough seats. It doesn't have enough power. I'm no longer comfortable here. This pains me to get in this thing anymore. And what happens is it drives you to go someplace different. It drives you to say, I have to get a new job. I have to get in an uncomfortable place to grow myself larger. And that's when by Saturday night or Sunday, you're looking in the classifieds, you're looking online, you're redoing your resume to place it out there for something better to come back to you. And you stop doing it from a place of fear. Now, I know the book says, not doing it from an object place. And I get that. I'm just using this as a metaphor per se. But that's really how life begins to work for us individually. Because when we stop living in fear of who we are or who we can become, and instead we go, what can we be? Now, this isn't a person that is going, oh my gosh, I'm trying to discover me. You already know who you are. You may not be seeing yourself, but you already know who you are. So then it becomes a description of who you are. Are you a soul who is striving for more experiences? Are you a soul that's going, what's around the next corner? Are you a soul that's going, wow, what more can I do for my soul growth? And living it in that more spiritual life and pushing towards that. Because truly, that is what this life was meant to be. When I take it on the other end of this scale and we take it close to passing, because I hear so much from so many people that, whether they're spiritual or not, oh my gosh, I'm never going to do this life again. I hate this. This is my last time. There's no way I'm coming back here. And you know what happens? At death, your soul goes home. And at that moment, it goes, holy cow, what an amazing ride that was. Can't wait to do that again. And then it realizes how much more it could have done if it had just sat back and started to remember things. Remembered it wasn't here out of fear. It was excited to come here. Yes, guys, your soul was excited to come here. It was excited to get into a body. It was excited to create. It was excited to learn. Because that's why we're here. And when the soul goes back, it goes, wait a second. Whoa, I really did not do everything I could have done. I was given every tool there was for creation. I was given every tool to create my life. And instead, I got into a place of fear, not in a place of love. I got comfortable instead of uncomfortable. And I stopped myself growing and loving my life. And living on the why nots. And that really does start to change things. When you start to realize, wait a second, doesn't matter how I have existed in this lifetime up to this moment. What does matter is what I do from this moment for the rest of my life. And stop giving into fear. Stop giving into what other people say. And do what you want in the way you want to do it. And push forward. And realize there's really nothing in this world that can stop you. Because it's funny, as I'm talking, I keep seeing John Travolta in my head. I know, John Travolta, right? A man that has really made a station in life. He has made himself. That from a young kid until now, there's nothing he does not stop himself from doing. He wanted to be a pilot. He got his license. He wanted to learn how to fly a plane. He did it. He wanted to own a plane. He does. He wanted to own another one. He bought a bigger one. And now his house is literally the terminal of an airport. Quite frankly, if you've ever seen an image of it from the air, he has runways for his planes that go right up to his house. People that would say that was impossible, he made possible. And don't think it's because he has all the money in the world, because really, it wasn't money that created it. It was him. He's the one that said, I want something and I'm going to go get it somehow. And he did. And we can all do that. We can all do that. You know, no billionaire or millionaire or CEO of a company just had this stuff handed to them. Not in this day and age. These people have ideas. They have thoughts. They have wants. They have a drive. And they say nothing is going to stop them. And they push through and they do it. And it's not fear. Their fear isn't about being broke, because they don't have that fear. They have a love of what they do. They got rid of the fear and they push themselves past it. And we can all do that. In this world, there is nothing you can't do. And I know there's somebody out there that's saying to me or saying to themselves right now, yeah, but when we all get to be millionaires, they'll just up the minimum, they'll just up the price of milk or something. But no, that's not how this works. When we all finally get to that place that we don't live out of fear, that we live out of love, that we leave the hand open instead of closing it. When we all get to that place, guess what changes? The structures around us, the way of being around us changes. And we continue to grow. Individually, as a community. And I honestly don't think we're that far from that these days. So start to think about your life What is it you want to change? Where do you want to grow? What type of a person do you want to be? And then allow yourself to move towards that. Put yourself in that place of love. Don't do it from a place of, I hate my job. I'm fearful of my life. I'm fearful of losing my house, or I'm fearful of this. Do it out of a place of love. Send love out there and see what comes back at you. Because I think you're going to be pleasantly surprised at what comes back at you when you turn your own attitude around. With that being said, guys, we're going to take a quick break here. When we come back, we're going to do our 5-card stud with the secret manifestation cards created by Rhonda Byrne.
Discover Strains of the Earth, your go-to destination for all things holistic. This family-owned dispensary in Jordan and Carver offers a curated collection of high-quality CBD products such as topicals, tinctures, and more. Their knowledgeable staff members can guide you with expert recommendations and responsible usage tips. Explore the selection at strainsoftheearth.com and enjoy convenient delivery right to your home. Strains of the Earth, saving the world with cannabis. Attention curious practitioners in the realm of transformative experiences, holistic wellness, intuitive guidance, and metaphysical arts. Are you ready to expand your horizons and take your practice to new heights? Join the Edge Partner Directory, where your expertise can shine and your services can transform lives. We are dedicated to creating a community of practitioners who are as curious and passionate as you are about guiding others on their journeys of self-discovery, healing, and growth. As a member of the Edge Partner Directory, you will connect with a network of like-minded practitioners who share your curiosity and passion for exploring the depths of human potential, and showcase your unique offerings to a diverse audience of seekers actively looking for transformative experiences here, there, and everywhere. Embrace your curiosity and take the next step in your practice's journey to becoming an Edge Partner. Learn more at edgedirectory.net. Again, go to edgedirectory.net.
Hey everybody, welcome back here to School Through Spirit on the Edge Network with myself, DeEtte. Bringing to you our 5-card stud. It is the Secret Manifestation Cards by Rhonda Byrne, published by Beyond Words. I'll tell you what, still I'm in awe that this deck was sent to me, and I'm just excited about it. The back of the deck, still encompassed in this saran wrap of it, says there are no limits to what you can create for yourself because your ability to think is unlimited. And that's by Rhonda Byrne. Every human being on this earth was born with a creative power within them, a power that enables us to create anything we want, no matter how big it is. Through this power, you can be, do, or have anything you want. We call this power the secret. The secret manifestation cards are designed to keep you inspired, uplifted, and on track as you apply this life-changing knowledge to your own life. The 65 cards in this deck are full of the secret's most important teachings on manifestation, as well as simply powerful practices to ensure you create whatever you want: happiness, health, wealth, anything you can dream of. I kind of like this. But I wonder if we can use it as not just a manifestation deck. I think we need to do this a few different ways. I think we do. But let's get into it. I mean, I got ideas. I'm just not sure. Get the wrapper off. It does state that it does have a 16-page booklet inside. Just a plain cover on the inside. That's okay. Where's this booklet? Oh, it's right there on top. It's a very tiny booklet. I kind of like that. I won't even lie. I kind of like this little booklet. Feels like it's right out of Harry Potter. Come on, guys. It's the little booklet just kind of feels like it talks about the deck and how to use the cards. Instructions. It says draw a card for daily inspiration and guidance. It's really that simple. It says draw a card or cards for weekly focus. So guess what? We're going to use it as a as a reading, guys, because it says I can. In the back, it says, I wish you great success and happiness on your manifestation journey. I like that. And then, of course, it's got a little spot about the author in there. So very sweet, very simple. So let's see what we can do with this. Let's see what we can do with this. I kind of like this. It looks like they're kind of color-coded on the side. Well, they're all silver or gold, but the cards are color-coded. It doesn't say why. It might just be for whatever. It feels like it's kind of like a rainbow in there. Do we see? Eat the rainbow. Don't eat the rainbow. The rainbow is not good for you. Well, it's good for you, just not eating it. You know what I mean? I always think of candies that say eat the rainbow. I can't say the name of the candy, but it's probably not good for us. So anyway, let's kind of shuffle these cards. I want to shuffle just a little bit. I don't think these cards we have to shuffle a whole lot because it's really not sitting in this number or that number. I mean, it's not. They're just cards all put together. So I'm just basically shuffling the rainbow just because it's what I do. During this 5-card stud, basically what you can do is pick one card, 2 cards, all 5 cards, whatever you want, or you can wait till I bring them all together for a reading, for a full 5-card reading. So for everybody that's new to us, you're going to pick your number, what number you want. Again, pick as many, you can pick 1 card or as many cards as you want. I'm going to read each individual card and what that individual card meaning is. And then I'm going to go on to put all of them into a 5-card reading for the week. Now, you can, good morning, Nick. Good morning, Brandy. And basically with this, it is something to work on for the week, our focus for the week. Okay. If you want multiple readings within this, you can essentially have 6 readings. You can put an issue with a card, and then obviously the big one would be all of them together. So this is really up to you what you want to do. We just find the ways to make it happen. So with this, we're going to read the entirety of the cards because I just love it. This is the first one. It says the law of attraction is always listening. The law of attraction is always listening. It says, if you think that life is hard and a struggle, then by the law of attraction, your life will be hard and a struggle. Begin right now to say instead, life is effortless and easy. Life is amazing. Everything is good. Everything good comes to me. Everything always works perfectly for me. And I'm going to tell you, when I love the card, because if you want to just leave it on the focus of the card, that's perfectly awesome. But when we're looking at this, I'm going, wait a second, you have to start changing the attitude of your mind. And I'm wondering if every card's going to be the same meaning here, but it really is about changing your attitude, change the way you look at things. And that's what you need to do. So if you pick card number 1, you're in this place of looking at things differently, getting off the negative Nancy, more in the positive Nancy, and going from there. Let's see if I can get it to pick up. Oh, that was 2 cards. Card number 2, focus is everything. If you're thinking about it, if you are talking about it, you're inviting it into your life. You are inviting it into your life. And if you pick card number 2, I'll tell you what, this is basically a watch what you wish for type of card. Watch for what you think in your card. It's telling you to start minding your own thoughts, because what you are not realizing is that the thoughts that you put in your mind over and over and over again are really what you're bringing to yourself. So if you're putting, oh my God, I can't stand this, I can't stand that, I can't stand this, guess what you're doing? You're bringing more of the I can't stand. You're bringing more of what you can't stand into your life. So it's telling you that you need to start looking at what you're thinking about. How are you thinking about things? Okay. And change the focus of that. Change the focus. So instead of thinking, oh my God, I can't stand the situation I'm in, thinking about the situation you want to be in and bring that to you instead. Card number 3. Card number 3 is perfect health is yours. The path to eradicating disease is not to fight it. You get what you focus on. So if you focus on fighting the disease, you attract more of that. Keep your mind focused on health and well-being in your thoughts and words, and imagine yourself completely healthy and well. And when I'm looking at card number 3, yeah, that's a lot like card number 2, but I will tell you what, if you pick card number 3, again, it is refocusing your mind, but I do believe that this is, for anybody that picked card number 3, it really is more of focusing on your health. And I'm hearing more about mental health than physical health, so please don't all just run to the doctor because, oh my gosh, DeEtte said you were sick. But it is about looking at that, because it's the mental illness the physical. What are you going through right now, mentally and or physically, that you have to go, wait a second, I don't have to wait for somebody else to cure me. I just have to cure myself. They'll tell you straight up, anybody that's ever going to cure cancer is the person that went, oh my God, I'm going to go live my life and love my life, and this isn't going to beat me, and aren't defined by the illness, but they're defined by the outcome of their change of thought process. So this card is telling you to, you know what, start to look at that you are the person that's going to change this inside of you. 4 is kindness is a win-win. If you think unkind thoughts about someone, you will experience those unkind thoughts and manifest your life. You cannot harm another with your thoughts and only harm you. You only harm you. And if you think kind thoughts about others, guess who receives the benefits? You. I love this card because it is, again, bringing you back to your thought processes. These cards are, yeah, I'll tell you what, guys, are a lot about thought. But if you pick card number 4, you are really looking at a process that, you know what, this is telling you to get down to the nitty gritty. Why? Because you have been a person that's going, you know what, I'm not thinking so kindly. You know, you're going, well, I'm not saying it. So everything's fine. No, it's what comes out of your mouth is very small compared to what comes into your mind. And they will tell you, you have negative thoughts before you ever realize you have a negative thought in your mind. So changing the way you look at things, changing the way your thoughts are, and then going there. So this is card number 4 is really telling you to wait a second, start thinking in here. If you're in, per se, if you got that job that you don't necessarily care for, don't think about, oh my gosh, I don't like this job. It's I love this job. I love this job. I love this job. I love the community I'm in. I love the people I work with. I love this. I love that. It's changing the thought. Why? Because now you're putting love into it. And that essentially is going to get you into a different job. I know I know everybody's going to go, but wait a second, if I say I love it, I'm going to, no, that's not how this works. When you put love out there, a love of doing something, guess what? You're going to get to love what you're doing. And that's a big difference for you. The last card for us today is have the best day ever. Ooh, I like that for a last card. Have the best day ever. Have you set your intention for the day today? Or are you going to let today be governed by the thoughts of yesterday? These words will help you get you started. All good is coming to me today. All my desires will be met today. Magic and miracles will follow me everywhere today. And I like this card because this card is telling me that, you know what, if you pick card number 5, you have to focus on the immediate right now, not the projected future. You have to focus on the immediate because you've got a situation going on that you're going, oh my gosh, you're putting the cart before the horse, before the carrot, before everything, you know what I mean? And you've really got to go, wait a second. All of this has got to be, none of this matters. Tomorrow does not matter. Tonight does not matter. This afternoon does not matter. All that matters is right now. And you need to start focusing in the right now and getting present. Okay. So card number 1 was the law of attraction. Listen is always listening. Card number 2 was focusing. Focus is everything. Card number 3 was perfect health is yours. Card number 4 is kindness is a win-win. And card number 5 was have the best day ever. And I'll tell you what, all 5 of these cards, when I put them together, this week really is about you looking at your life. It's almost like it just, you know what, if you picked this as the full reading, you went, but how do I do this? How do I make this happen? How am I going to make life work for me? And I think that's your biggest question here in life, because I do believe if you picked to have all these cards together, you're going, but I don't know how to move forward. I don't know how to get myself out of where I'm at today. And these cards are saying, they're giving you the manual is what it is. It's giving you the manual to do something, to how do we recreate this? How do I make my life change? And it really is saying you have to focus today. You have to start today. But when you do this, you have to change the way you're thinking about things. You have to look at a thought process. You have to look in a happy place. You have to be about love. You have to go forward there. Realize that everything that comes through your mind is going to be an action that your life follows. So you need to start focusing here first before you go anywhere else. And that's the beauty of this. That's the beauty of this. So these cards are telling you this week, it is about you focusing on you, your journey, and where you're going in your journey, where you want to go in this journey about life. This isn't about being the top of the, top of the food chain. This is about your soul getting the most and creating the best life it can for yourself, whatever that might be. So start with your thoughts, start from where it starts, which is right here, and bring these two together, and then watch life be created for you. Kind of like these cards this week. Okay, guys. Okay. Well, there we go. I think that was pretty amazing. I think that's pretty amazing. Again, that was The Secret Manifestation cards by Rhonda Byrne. Rhonda Byrne. Remember, she is the creator, the owner, the believer of the movie The Secret, which was so popular not so many years ago. And quite honestly, The Secret, there was never a secret. That's the beauty of this, is we're always looking, what's the secret of life? The secret life really starts with you. That's what it starts with, is you. So this week, guys, I have a different type of week than normal. I have limited availability for readings this week. So if you want those readings, get in there and get them scheduled. I can open up some morning hours for people if they really want those readings this week. Because it is our Rock County Fair week this week. So guess where I will be, because my little Addie, or our little Addie, the house, mommy, daddy's little Addie, whatever. She is a clover bud, which is the very beginning of a journey for her, which, it's going to be what she wants, but she's got tons of excitement and just the creations and all that she can do within this organization. And that's what we're doing this week, because we have spent months in preparation for it, and she's super excited. Again, I do have some limited availability for readings if you want in the morning hours. So kind of going from there. Yeah, there we go. Next week you can find me in Madison, Wisconsin. I will give you more information on that. I am doing an event in Madison, Wisconsin, along with a gallery in Madison, Wisconsin. Don't have it off the top of my head, but I will find that for you next week so that you have that. And I still have some open hours next week for anybody that wants those readings. Also, guys, I'm going to be putting out intermediate class again for those psychic mediumship people that really want to kind of get into their own life, into their own juju of things. I love teaching this class, not so much for the abilities that they, that come to fruition, how they build their own lives, but just by seeing how people change their lives. And I will tell you what, intermediate is really where that starts to begin and really starts to take off, because I start to see people really start to believe in themselves and realize that the sky really is the limit. Because guys, when you can start to realize that energy is there, and you can read something, see something, hear from something, know from something that in your mind does not exist or never did exist, that's when you realize your life can do anything you want with it. So I love teaching intermediate because of that. Okay, guys, with that being said, we're just going to call this a day, and we will see you next week here on School Through Spirit. This has been DeEtte, having a beautiful week, having a moment, and I really, truly hope you have one too. Have a great day, guys. Bye-bye.
There are psychic mediums, but there is nothing like DeEtte. Let's face it, we all struggle time and again. But if you seek the clarity you deserve, then you need to seek DeEtte. As a master teacher, DeEtte studied under international psychic medium Lisa Williams. Together, they not only help DeEtte better tap into spirit, but also build a long-lasting relationship. So many psychics tell us what we want to hear, and that just won't cut it with DeEtte. She tells you what you need to hear. No sugarcoating here. To book a reading with DeEtte is simple. Just visit her website, DeEtte.us. That's DeEtte.us. And follow the Yellow Brick Road to connect with DeEtte. Don't just sit there and ponder those questions. Ask them and let DeEtte guide you every step of the way. You need insight now, and DeEtte can help. Just visit DeEtte.us. That's DeEtte.us.